Hey, good afternoon. It's Tuesday, the 6th of July, and in 2021. And so we're just a couple days before this new moon that happens on the 9th of July at this Friday, 8:16 p.m. And as that occurs, just know that the 3 days before the full new moon, we have what's called we're in a balsamic cycle, and so the moon is basically returning home. We're looking over and reviewing the last 25 days or so, and understanding that when we move from the Gemini energy into the Cancerian one, Gemini is all that traveling, all that movement, all that change, all that attachment to and non-attachment to thought. And Cancer is I feel. It's the first of the water signs where the source of feelings are there. And this new moon is approximately a half an hour or so before the sun sets. So we've got Capricorn rising. So this is the responsible parent energy, the nurturing energy of Cancer vis-a-vis complementary energies of the more paternalistic or masculine energies of Capricorn, which makes Saturn really important at the 12th degree of Aquarius. And so Saturn is in one of his home signs, because I'm still a traditionalist in terms of allowing Saturn to be a reforming energy, a tempering energy on the Aquarius non-conforming Uranian energy, which is in Taurus. Uranus and Saturn are still in a square aspect. The difference is that the Saturn retrograde is about looking inward and looking at, well, what are our ideals? And so realize that the Uranian Taurus energy is like, how do we not conform to tradition and to value? What is value? What really does matter? And so if we just go with the Cancer Capricorn complementary energies, because one is water and one is earth, it's giving form and it's fructifying, it's futurifying, it's being able to water what can sometimes be the draw legacy building energies of Capricorn, the stiff upper lip. And with Pluto there in Cap, we're coming to the end of a 245 year cycle, 250 if we're going to go there, of the transformation of our legacies and our values and how we produce legacies and legislation. And I'm not going to get too much into that. But what I want you to get also is that while the moon is new and we're planting these seeds in terms of our feeling selves, Mars and Venus are in an old cycle, which started in August, September of 2019. So you can kind of look at what was going on almost exactly 2 years ago and then see how the energy of love and relationship and how you act in in love and relationship, how they're shifting for you. Now Chiron is in Kansas City is in a square aspect to the wounded healer to the Capricorn. So that's that bridging from excessive commitment or overcommitment, as I like to say, an imbalance in relationship, to possibly healing the wounds, the emotional wounds of having the right to exist independently, while at the same time understanding that Mercury is highly aspected in Gemini. So we may be looking at having a lot of different ideas, a lot of different commitments going on, and we have to maybe learn to be more selective and prioritize. Now, if you're interested in having a personal audio or even video, depending on how this new moon will affect you, in the comments section, shoot me your questions and then we can curate an exchange. This is just until I get my paid subscription schema together, the ability to put it on that trellis and say these are the things that you can choose from. But it's just another way to disseminate this information to you personally, because I was talking more how these energies are all going to affect us. And one way is that we're all until New Year's Eve, Christmas Eve, we're having non-conforming Uranus and conforming Saturn squaring or at odds with each other. So the past is definitely coming up for review. Not a revisionist history, but a really looking at what are the ways in which we want to feel better about what we individually create in what we also collectively create. Thanks for listening.